The David Pakman Show continues to be supported directly by our viewers and listeners. I invite you to become a member at joinpakman.com. It's very quick. It's very easy. You get some great benefits, including an extra show called The Bonus Show every single day, as well as commercial-free audio and video streams of the show. Get all of it by signing up at joinpakman.com. You can use the coupon code 24startsnow to save. That's a discount code. All of it happening at joinpakman.com. Donald Trump's defense lawyer, or one of them, went on MSNBC and lunged at the host Ari Melber to try to rip some papers out of his hands. I have never seen anything like this. It is a complete and total meltdown by attorney Joe Tacopina. Probably not the best idea to go on MSNBC to begin with, and it went just about as badly as you can imagine. The subject matter was, of course, the continued Stormy Daniels controversy. Now we are years into this controversy. Joe Tacopina saying Trump didn't really lie when he said he didn't know anything about it because he would have violated the terms of the settlement. And so it's not really a lie. Take a look at this. And about a minute in, he's going to lunge for Ari Melber in a completely unhinged moment for anybody, particularly for a defense lawyer.
If all of what you say is true,
it is,
then why was Trump hiding it and lying about it at the time? And I'll play that for your response. He lied about it. We all know that. Take a look. Take a look.
Let's see.
Mr. President, did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels? Then why did Michael Cohen make this?
The question was, did you know about the payment to Stormy Daniels? And Trump says no. Now, we all know Trump did know about it, but that's the sort of the core of this.
If there was no truth around engagement.
You have to ask Michael Cohen. Michael's my attorney, and you'll have to ask Michael.
Ari, that's what you're going to consider a lie. A lie to me is something material under oath in a proceeding.
Well, I didn't say perjury. I said a lie.
Yeah, but that's not a lie.
That's not a lie?
Here's why it's not a lie.
That's not a lie?
Here's why it's not a lie.
Did you know about this?
Okay, so now he's lunging for the paperwork. He's lunging for Ari.
But did you? Now, let me answer.
Did you know about this? No, I don't.
No, we don't need that.
And again,
here's why it's not a lie.
Yeah.
Because it was a confidential settlement. So if he acknowledged that, he would be violating the confidential settlement.
Doesn't make it not a lie. It could make it a legal problem, but that doesn't make it not a lie.
Is it the truth? Of course it's not the truth.
It's of course not the truth, but it is not a lie. They say the left are the postmoderns where words have no meaning anymore.
Supposed to tell the truth, he would be in violation of the agreement if he told the truth. So by him doing that, he was abiding by not only his rights, but Stormy Daniels' rights.
It seems like we're drawing some blood here because you're having a strong reaction.
Yeah, strong reaction is an understatement.
Did lie about it, and in a confidential settlement, you can easily say, no comment, or I'm not getting into it. He says, and the reason why I look at this, he says, no, I didn't know about it. But he did know about it, didn't he?
But here's the thing. I don't know the timing of that video. I really don't. And I'm not trying to...
So now we have a new argument. Maybe at the time, Trump really didn't know about it. Really, Joe?
April 28th.
Yeah, but I don't know the timing of that video in relation to the timing of the other video where he was speaking to Michael Cohen. What was the date of that other video? Do you know?
Yeah, we have the Cohen recording. This was around the 2016 campaign pre-November.
Right.
So that was 2018 later. The original conversations were in the fall of 2016. Yes, sir.
So obviously he knew about it, but what he decided to do was not violate the confidentiality.
So once pressed listen, the dates aren't going to get you out of this, Joe. Now he says, well, listen, okay, the dates do suggest he knew about it, but he was not acknowledging it in order to stay compliant with the confidentiality agreement.
Clause and provision of that agreement, which was the right thing to do. So yeah, he could have said no comment.
He didn't lie, and lying was the right thing to do. Oh, good. I hope that this comes to court at some point as an explanation.
Or he could have said, I don't know anything about it, which is what he did. But that's the right. I would advise my client to do the same thing. He's speaking to some, whether it's a journalist or some young lady on the street.
September 2016 is the exact date.
But whether he's speaking to a journalist or some young lady on the street who's shouting out a question, that is not the forum for him to go into detailed question about a confidential settlement agreement.
Right. So, guys, he didn't lie, and he was completely correct to lie based on the circumstances and because it might have been a young lady shouting at him on the street. This is the sort of legal representation, I guess, that you find when, I don't know, you look at the back pages of a classified newspaper or something. This guy is actually relatively well known, Joe Tacopina, and I know he's come up on the show before, although I don't remember the exact context. This is ridiculous. And if this is the type of argument that Trump's counsel is going to be making, if and when indictments do come forward, and I'm not saying they will, but at this point, it's like either they will or they won't. But if they do, if this is the sort of legal counsel that Trump is going to be surrounding himself with, it doesn't look very good. Now, it is important to mention that Donald Trump has a history of having sort of like your TV lawyers and then your actual lawyers. And the TV lawyers go on TV and they say certain things, and your actual lawyers that are working on cases are usually different. Where we saw this come to a disastrous head was with Alina Habba, I believe her name was, where she was both talking about Trump as a lawyer on TV, but also filed some motions and very quickly got herself into hot water after the search warrant was served at Mar-a-Lago, where I'm going from memory, if I recall correctly, she put her name on something saying they gave back all the documents, even though they clearly hadn't. And it became a very, very quick mess. So the point here is Trump has TV lawyers and real lawyers. I don't know that he pays either of them, quite frankly. But if this is the sort of representation we expect him to have, it's going to be really, really wild if he does get himself indicted. Every day, we see more and more stories about what tech companies and ISPs are doing with your data. Facebook just settled a huge lawsuit alleging they gave millions of users' data to a company helping the Trump campaign. Everyone should be using a VPN every time they connect to the internet. No excuses. A VPN hides your IP address. It can keep your data private from these companies and even from hackers. That's why I reached out to Private Internet Access about being our sponsor. Private Internet Access is the only VPN that has proven in court multiple times they don't log your browsing history. Their no-log practices are also independently audited by Deloitte. No other VPN takes your privacy this seriously. Lightning fast for downloads. Streaming content only available in other countries works as well. Works with all major streaming platforms. With one account, you can use it on up to 10 devices. And they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And their 24/7 support is amazing. Go to piavpn.com/Pacman to get 83% off. That's $2.03 a month, and you'll get 4 months free. The link is down below.